potential. Oh, Arlet. So they double down on the aggression. When it comes down to it, when it comes to AoE and combo, there are more playmaking tools available for Team Liquid.
For both teams, one charging, one retaliating. The Bulls and the Cavalry. Game number 3, Team Liquid ID against Rebellion Esports.
Let's see in the land of Dawn, if Rebellion have what it takes to get this reverse sweep under their belt. A win here would be massive for Rebellion. 1-8 currently in the standings, and it would also deal a massive blow to TLID, who are still trying to get that upper bracket spot for themselves.
Oh, look at this early game Yve aggression though, level 1 and level 2. Yve actually does a very decent amount of damage. When it comes to the clear, with the Hylos being so much more aggressive, Team Liquid, they can take control of the game from the mid lane. Looking at the emblems right in the home though, as the little falls to the hands of Team Liquid, Inspire and Wilderness Blessing for the Novaria and Mathilda. It really is just to assist and help out. I think the bulk of the damage and fighting will be done by Ryota on the Alpha. And as always, it's the full defensive emblem setup for Matt. He just needs to survive long enough. But this is Deja Vu to game number 1 against Aaron Shiki on the Ruby.
Yeah, they inspired to just help them spam the abilities even more. The cooldown reduction is there to be that supplementary player for Rebellion Esports again. Like how Arashi mentioned, Ryota with the Alpha will deal the damage. And so far, for MATT, he has to survive.
Ooh.
Cars going in.
Onward coming down. Oh, good flicker out by Aran. But it is still a big resource burnt out by TLID. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Matt getting chunked quite a bit there. Forced to give away a lot of prio in his lane. But Aran will be able to push back, and that's why Matt stops the recall.
Yeah, still no, I'm offended. So no catch towards MATT. It's going to be relatively fine, especially with the defensive emblems.
This is a cut being done by Aaron Shiki though to clear that bot lane. And he's potentially going to rotate or over to the turtle and try and swing things in balance of his team. But look at this, Cars.
Straight onto it. Oh, good job by Cars there. Fabian still with the steal, the usurper! Wow! Doesn't matter if Cars locked him down.
Lingering behind the defenses of Rebellion Esports. They threw everything to just make him scamper. But that did not matter. Fabian steals it and brings it home.
What a retribution, man. Fabian showing again his level and his mechanics as always. Now with that small victory, both teams are still not really gaining any sort of momentum. But you can see the Team Liquid, when it comes to the clearing, they're a lot more independent, which allows them to kind of make those plays solo a lot better than they had in game number 2, where they kind of were forced to play as a team. Even when Rebellion has this Mathilda, that in theory in the early game can be so much more annoying, more sustainable, and do some damage, you're seeing that there's not a lot of things that X-Win can do right here to swing things in their balance. But look at Ryota.
Pushing damage down. Witty forced to use the Glorious Pathway. Been a while since we've seen the Novaria, huh? The Astral Echo comes down, man. I'm happy to see Astral Echo again.
It's like a strange sighting in the Land of Dawn.
Yeah.
When the Astral Echo popped up. You know, it used to be very meta in Season 12, Season 13.
Novaria? What season is this?
Yes! It used to be a staple pick, and now it's just a very, very niche occurrence where the Novaria pops up.
Well, history tends to repeat itself. This comes in loops. Now we're back to the long range, because we're seeing a lot of teams punish that lack of range, but the combo hero stat right here, 100% for Rebellion. See if they can maintain this insane stat of one game. But with 20 seconds to go here, Team Liquid once again, the setup advantage, the Hylos survivability advantage. The Novaria can be as pesky as the Yve, but when it comes to the pure damage output and the spam ability, the Novaria have to wait a bit longer to really match the danger of the Yve.
Yeah, total setup now. Preparing themselves to get this objective. Fabian closing in on his teammates, and Cars behind the bush might look for a play. As Team Liquid ID, they have prio on this turtle.
Ooh.
But I'm looking to just push Witty. Zones out Cars.
It's a great move front and back by Witty to bait out the Earth Shatter. Look at Cars taking a lot of damage. Of course, Suelo isn't taking it any easy as well, but Astral Echo.
5 members connected over. Speed of Alpha coming down with a real manipulation, but it's Fabian again who wins up the victory battle. Goes into like and pounds. Matt with a purify, but you cannot purify damage. The vengeance as Aran tanks up the turret and gets a double.
The Cavalry strikes first, and they strike 3. Matt, X-Win, and Ryota gone. as they get everything and lose nothing.
They have the solid retribution. They have secured the more dangerous mid laner in the early game, and they went for it, man. With the Roger, with the glorious pathway, Team Liquid, that was a very dangerous chase, and Rebellion are powerless to do anything against it. Even with the slows coming in from Sway Low, it just would not matter, man. And Aran on the Arlet, you're seeing a different style here, the good old aggressive Aran.
Yeah, that's what we like. Aran with the Arlet this time around. It's the playmaker. We don't see him much of that, but Favian, I think he stole the XP crab. And yeah, that's gonna bolster and even hasten his level growth. And Witty just looking to invade the jungle area now. As Rebellion Esports, they lose that bottom side turret, means that the pressure exerted by Team Liquid ID is even greater now.
Seeing them just struggle to really go for a normal farming rotation, Witty, knowing that the early game is so simple for him, right? He's just too tanky to be taken out. So he's just walking up and being an absolute nuisance. And even if he doesn't really get a steal or a kill or a pick-off, it still allows his team to really get information, and that kind of allows them to rotate around in the right moments. You see right here, with the top turret being the only, the outer turret is standing, it's just the mid lane and top side turret. So Team Liquid, they're taking it easy for the turtle, but if they do get this one, they're gonna play for a bit of a dive or cut off from the turrets for Rebellion.
Yeah, an MPL ID Extremer. This time it's TLID Reja. So, of course, a lot of watch parties happening, but now Turtle so free for Team Liquid ID.
Oh,
Even body block
even
there.
attempts to steal there.
The wall
Yeah.
from Witty. Witty and Arana will just stand there in case the Astrosphere does come around. And look at that. Now Rebellion are the ones confused. What do they do right here? In a throw-on front to back, they don't really win out. The only real play they have is to really abuse that range coming in from Sway Low.
Yeah.
But to do that, they need information. And the Hyla's difference is denying all of that.
Yeah, I mean, Astral Echo does provide you with that, but again, has its own cooldowns. And Matt just trying to defend the bottom side turret. Team Liquid ID now with the full bravery, full confidence.
Oh.
Chicky.
Unoffended under the turret there, forcing the guiding wind defensively. But it doesn't seem like TLID can really go for any of the forces into bottom lane, not even at siege, because they need Fabian when they go for sieges.
Yeah, that's just a taunt. Now the question becomes, Arashi, what's Rebellion Esports' winning condition?
For Rebellion, you gotta wait a bit more for Matt, but look at this. Ooh.
Goes for his pathway, just his own. Cheki with the I'm offended to bring them all the way back. The Spirit of Alpha from Yona, just to put himself in even more of a dangerous spot. Well played to Aaron on the Ruby.
That crazy Ruby play for Iron Man. And the glorious pathway from Witty. This composition is locking in together so much better. And look at the cut, man. No one's allowed to even get close to the turret. And you're seeing the issue here. Matt really isn't winning as hard as he was in game number 1. He's only at the 2-item power spike at 8 minutes. Let's take a look at the replay here by the Samsung Galaxy series. It all begins with the glorious pathway zoning everyone back. And unfortunately for them, they kind of underestimated the aggressiveness of Iron. And you can see with Witty popping the Vitalize, Matt was full on hitting him, free hitting him, and he wasn't able to take him down. This is Team Liquid getting the full benefit of the high loss tankiness.
So good. Aaron Chicky. It's the first time we see him playing the Ruby in this series, and it seems like he's experienced. He plays this pretty well. And now the Lord, Dance of Team Liquid ID, Rebellion Esports, they don't really see a window where they can really enter the pit. Cars will be the one leading the charge. But yeah, it's gonna be free for Favian to take.
It's just the Hylas, man, the Witty. They were shooting out spells, doing damage, and everything is just tanked up by Witty. Until they find a way to discourage Witty, to punish him for just standing there, they're just gonna lose out. They can't even tell if the Lord is up or if it's even low. With a 7k gold advantage, with the Novaria we were highlighting earlier, really failing to allow Rebellion any kind of space, any kind of information, and any difference in the fight even with the AoE slow. You're seeing Team Liquid make a play with the Lord, setting up for a 3-way push potentially, and they do have that Yi for the siege situation, man.
There's another wave coming down too, so they're going to be able to take the whole defense. With the first wave here, that is 2 holy defenses popped in. Now a bottom lane holy defense should be popped as well with the Lord. Great Dragon Spear ready for Fabian. The Glorious Pathway coming down again. Run! Finding the final slash. Into the eye offended and into the real world manipulation as Fabian just claws his way into these skirmishes. That's a double already for Fabian. Matt cannot look for any more damage. Fabian with the Lycan power.
Fabian
Getting a triple with the Endless Battle. That true damage is doing work. That might be a Maniac. Is that another? I'm offended to see it. That's going to be denied away from Flavor Fave. He can only just be happy with a Maniac, but I'm glad that he got it. 2-1, Liquid ID.
Ah, so close yet so far for the Savage to happen. But the win is what matters the most. And the Cavalry, they ram down the Bulls. Horns raging no